Come up.
Okay. So, hello everyone. It's a great pleasure for me to moderate this panel for you, which we call it From Pixels to Collectibles. Let's see if there is anything to be collected in this panel. I'm sure there is. So, let's start by introducing these amazing panelists one by one. The only request I have is, while you are introducing yourself, tell us which blockchain you are using in your platform, because the next question gonna be right about that. Let's start from there.
We're now currently using Ethereum to drop our NFTs, because it's for now, of course, the most famous, reliable one. You have something to add? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me? By the way, is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear. Okay, so welcome at first, right? We're the London Police, SUYE, supporting the London Police project, and we are in Web3, building natively, running our own smart engines, smart contracts, both on Ethereum, Hedera, Sol, and Polygon for our digital certificates. So we are a street artist group having 80 mural across the globe, and for 26 years we were making street art. We're the latest addition to the team, responsible fully for Web3 and to make the murals and digital characters collectible. So here you see one of the characters, and the digital storytelling is now where we are at the stage of the project. So for 25 years of building, the last 2 years is fully Web3, and we try to do this natively on whatever engines or blockchain we want to use. So we're quite flexible, to be honest.
Thank you so much. The company name, the firm that they have, the platform name is the London Police, right?
Yeah, the artist group is the London Police. SUYE supports the London Police. We do it under the name SUYE because we're together as a street artist group where we're part of. It's like 5 people, then adding the blockchain department with 3 people. We do it under the name SUYE. And we can also support other artists, but mainly 90% we're only building for the London Police to give them more exposure and also natively program, which is of course a benefit for a street art group or art crew in general. And having our own gallery. So cool. Yesterday, we're pretty tired because we opened up our own art gallery in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And that's a combination of physical and digital. So yeah, the whole Web3 experience, animations, is all to be seen there.
Thank you so much. Please.
Well, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My name is Angie. I'm a vector artist. I work mostly for myself. I'm also illustrate for people in real life, not just in Web3. The main platforms I use are mostly on Ethereum because I think it's one of the most accessible one, especially if you're new to Web3 and you're discovering. I've also minted art on Tezos. I've also minted on Solana and on Bitcoin. So I'm exploring everything.
Very nice.
I think the diversity is really important so you can reach the widest audience possible with the art. And I think the idea behind the blockchain is to go out there and to make art accessible to just anyone. And I think it's really the wonderful idea behind it. And I think it's why I'm so enthusiastic about it too.
Great. For me, right, when I hear projects and that are chain agnostic or using more, because there's more than just one blockchain, right? Of course, there's a lot of volume in the Ethereum network. However, there's also better technologies which fits better purpose on other blockchains, which are maybe cheaper to mint on or for transactions. That's definitely what we do when we talk about our project, is that the collectibles will all mainly be on Ethereum. But our certificates that are being embedded on the paintings and on the wallet are run on Polygon.
We're definitely going to go to that question because we're going to dive deep to that. Let's continue to introduction, please.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm Flavio. I'm an engineer. I have a big passion as well for photography, and I'm the founder of the Builders DAO. The Builders DAO is a group, a collective of artists and collectors And we have digital artists, and we started on Ethereum, layer 1. Now with time, we have expanded on other chains, so we tried Solana, and we tried also Ethereum layer 2 with Base, and exploring Tezos, and next step would be Bitcoin with ordinals, and super happy that there is also Gamma here, because I'm curious to know a little bit more on what they are doing, what they are building. Thanks.
Sure.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Hi, my name is Stijn. I'm from Belgium, so a home match. I'm an architect. I'm also a 3D artist, a digital artist. And I've been minting mainly on Ethereum, also level 2 base, and some series on Solana.
Okay, please.
Hi, I'm...
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. So I'm Carole. I work at Gamma. Gamma is a Stacks and Bitcoin marketplace. So Stacks is an L2 for Bitcoin. And we now also have ordinals. So yeah, marketplace for Bitcoin ordinals and Stacks NFTs, where I'm an ops lead. And on the side, I'm also a fine artist.
Okay, great, thank you. And you are from the same platform?
Yes, we are from the same. So my name is Nigella. We are based in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And we're from the same company, that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's dive deep to this subject that you mentioned. Do we need new blockchains? Because as far as we can see, we have enough blockchains already, right? How many blockchains more we need? You know, it's like too many right now, right?
Yeah, it will hone down to the best one. But is there really a best one? I think when you look at the technology, there is a blockchain for a specific use case available. And yes, there are many. And when you look at technology, when you're really a technology purist, maybe Hedera is your go-to blockchain, which is, you know, when you look at Byzantine security level on it and how quick it comes to consensus, is actually one of the better. But maybe not so famous in the art scene, because that's the reason why I don't use them, or not as a main blockchain. Well, they are really great, and maybe there will be the #1 blockchain in let's say in 10 years. But I think blockchains will coexist next to each other, and I don't think there is that one particular blockchain that will cover all. I think that's a dream, and this will not happen. I think there will be multiple blockchains, and it will stay
Okay,
forever.
I don't want to do this in a very routine. So each of you, if you want to answer to this question, you can just go ahead. Do we need more blockchain, or you think it's enough?
I don't think we personally need more blockchains, but I think that the different ones are bringing different aspects into Web3. And what I like about it is it makes everything evolve, because if I look back at when I started minting on Ethereum a couple of years ago, I mean, yeah, I think what Ethereum is notorious for is really high gas when, you know, you have lots of users on the blockchain. So I'm really happy to now see layer 2, you know, being used, and the Base subnetwork actually allowing people to make transactions for much, much lower fees. So I think in a way, the other blockchains are probably responsible in a way for that. So altogether, I think that's what they can have on one another, like a really positive impact. And you know, you always need to strive for growth and for development and empower things, make them better all the time. And I think that's what it has done as a side effect of having so many already.
Okay.
I really agree to that, because of what you say, because you have so many blockchains, people try to develop a way or develop a blockchain which is user-friendly. We are all known to blockchain and to whatever, but for the 90% of the whole world, it's not. So it needs, yeah.
So do you think that, imagine tomorrow morning we wake up and there is a new blockchain with zero cost, no gas fee? That might be interesting.
Very, I think, but it's not really feasible, right? If you really think about the technology behind it, you still need to pay the bills for the electricity, right? To have all these minting engines and whatever.
We're gonna go to that. You wanna add anything to it?
I want to say something about also, you need to think about what you want to do and look at the blockchain sometimes in a different perspective. For example, us, the Builders DAO, we have a collective of digital artists, so it really depends what you want to do. And then you watch the problem from the other side. You know, for example, you want to create a digital 101 artwork, then probably you would go with Ethereum or even Bitcoin, where it's sort of seen as a store of value. However, what we have done recently, also with the high gas cost, now it's a little bit lower, of course, but there was a time where gas costs were very prohibited, and then you are limited in what you can do, right? Because you cannot, maybe you can mint a 101, and then the collector wouldn't care if they have to spend $30 of gas on an artwork that is $1,000
Exactly.
or more.
Exactly. That's actually the main point that I was addressing now, that when it's come to the developers and the way they are interacting with the blockchain, it's not always about cost. Tomorrow you can see a blockchain with zero cost, but developers cannot work with it.
Yeah.
There is no documents, there is no support from the blockchain itself. So as I can see it, it's not just about cost.
I think there will always be new blockchain or new team that will try to do something new that will either solve a problem that we now have, or they will generate more opportunities for artists, developer, or projects that we cannot maybe imagine right now. But I'm sure that you need to know, well, as much as you can, many blockchain and use different blockchain to do different things. For example, then we try to do something more with more gamification, where you have to interact a lot with a smart contract. Doing that on layer 1, Ethereum, was very prohibited. So we did it on layer 2, on Base. Works really well, because if you have to, for example, buy something that costs $10, you really don't want to pay $40 of gas. So I guess it's down to everyone to really understand the blockchain, the different blockchain, and use at its best for what they want to do.
Okay, anyone wants to add anything to it?
Yeah, maybe my first feeling would be to say, no, we don't need more blockchains, because if NFTs or digital art want to go more mainstream, now when I explain what I'm doing to people that are not into Web3, and I listen to myself talking, it's already extremely complicated. So for digital art to be more accessible, it would be nicer if the overview was easier, and I think more blockchains will appear. But to be more accessible, more mainstream, it would be nicer if there were less. That's my
Okay,
feeling.
great. So let's go to the second question here. Apart from blockchain, we can see a big challenge that many different platforms are facing, and at the same time, many artists are facing: intellectual property, the challenge of IP. How you, as a platform or an artist, are trying to solve that? Any solution, any challenge to be shared?
I think it's a very complex question you're asking here, especially with AI these days. As an artist, I'm featured on an agency's website I'm working for, and recently they reached out to all of us and they were saying, hey, you know, be careful with your art when you put it online here and there, because now we have bots actually scouting our website, stealing the art so that it can learn from all of you. So when you actually encode your images, use particular software, because nowadays you also have software that does that, and that software is actually going to modify the image in such a way that it will not be perceptible to the human eye, but any bot, any AI bot that tries to go for your image and learn from it, it's actually going to distort what you created, which means that in the end, the bots are not going to be able to directly learn from your style. So there's this one aspect, you know, when you think about it, with AI learning from artists and in a way pillaging from us, what is intellectual property in the end? You know, I think when you give something to humanity, as much as you want to defend also what you are creating, you inspire other people. And I see it myself as an artist, you know, I've created things of my own, of course, but I've been inspired by so many people around me. You know, I like Malika Favr's work because it's just amazing. It really goes along the lines of the simplicity of what I like the most. So, you know, where do you draw the line in a way? I think this can be a very, very complex question.
Okay.
Yeah, IP right. So, as the London Police, right, you will see our characters really, really clear, the lads they called. And there are more characters that you see here, the Tanksy, etc. The art is being made for 26 years, right? So the boys started 26 years ago, going across the street, putting out stickers, pamphlets, and start to make their prints. So copying, yeah, it's part of the game maybe. It's not really happening. But now if you would copy a painting of the London Police, which could be really, really expensive, it's not really a thing of our worries at this stage. However, on the paintings, right, what I just told, we are using our digital certificates to prove the ownership and also prove the authenticity of a painting. So yesterday, for example, we released this screen print release. It's like €300, whatever. And on the back, there is this certificate that you can put your phone on, and you will see, hey, it's a release of 222 items, and it's an original. And it shows the scarcity. So we are trying to play around with, hey, how can we connect the physical and the digital world, and protecting the IP through that. However, yeah, now with AI, etc., it's really a standpoint of the artist and the team, not being too scared of that things are being copied. People want to have the original.
Okay. I know that in your platform, in the DAO platform that you guys are managing, you are dealing with so many artists. How you guys are managing the IP issues?
Well, actually, the blockchain is the thing that will actually solve this issue, because if you mean something is on your own contract, you know who is the artist that created the artwork. So, yeah, in theory, we shouldn't have this problem, but of course, with AI and many other things, you need to be careful. I guess for us, what we are trying to do is like SUYE and the London Police. We are trying also to release some, whenever we release printing or not only digital stuff, but also physical stuff. We always try to link the physical to the digital, and with a chip that you can scan it and go online and see who is the owner, who is the author. So I think blockchain actually simplified this right now, and it's so easy now to go online on any platform. You see something that you like that is for sold or for sale or sold. You can directly see the contract. You can see who is the creator, who is the author, and no one can never delete it because it's on the blockchain. So I guess we are really lucky right now, and it's doing well also with photographers. I also have a passion for photographers, and before it was so difficult. You put a photo out there, and then you have to put your digital signature on a corner or maybe in the middle, because no one could really steal it. Now I put a photo, I mint it on any platform, and it's on my contract. No one can, they can in theory take it and put it online, but no one can steal what I minted because it's there, it's on the blockchain.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I feel the same. I think blockchain technology is not causing problems or making it more difficult, but creating some solutions. Digital art, photography, video art has been around longer than NFT technology. And finally, thanks to the technology, we're able to put a value, a collectability to digital files, to video files, images, audio files. So for me, my first reaction was it's not creating a problem, but solving them.
Okay. Please.
Yeah, I agree that blockchain is definitely, proof of authenticity, proof of ownership, like all of that will help solve those issues. But on the other hand, I also feel like it's not that different from Web 2. Like as an artist, I've posted stuff on Instagram and then had it copied and claimed as their own. And then you just try and prove that you were the first one to do it because you posted it first. But in a way, blockchain is the same. Like, I can inscribe something on Bitcoin, have proof that I inscribed it that day, that date, but then someone else can take a screenshot, put it on ETH, and maybe and probably I would never even know. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's up to the artist to see what amount of trade-offs they're willing to accept and like what they can or can't do with their art, how they feel about it. You have other, when you do traditional like pen and paper art or like physical pieces, you also have those techniques where you just keep your originals, always don't sell them, you keep them, you sign them, you date them, you stamp them even. Like,
Exactly.
it's not, yeah, I think at the end of the day, you know, as a platform, what we can do is just set up as many tools as we can to help ensure, like, we check for copycats. We have a number of things that artists can do to get a verified status, that kind of thing. And then we support royalties on Gamma, which is not an easy feat on Bitcoin and doesn't apply to all platforms. So, you know, we just do the best we can to give artists the most tools and best tools we can.
Okay, great. You want to add anything to it?
Yeah, well, for the London Police, for example, right, because they're already doing this for so long, for 25 years, I think the risk of having to worry about this topic is less than maybe artists who just started, or they already have this IP grown for so long. So when people see it, of course, not 100% of the world knows them, but there are a percentage of people who know or are a fan of the London Police, and they will say, hey, but that's the London Police. Those are that guys. And of course, with our blockchain, we have with the digital certification. So, yeah.
Okay, you know, as I can see it, as all of you mentioned, is about the tools that we are providing as a platform for people to have a chance to do the recheck. Of course, you can go to Louvre and see the real Mona Lisa, and then on the next street, you can buy a real paint from a painter who is copying that for €8. But that's not the real Mona Lisa. So it's not about copying. It's about the tools that you are providing to people to check. Like in our platform, in Seedphoto, we are gathering 156 metadata of a photo registered in the blockchain. So it's easy for everyone to come back and recheck that this is a real photo or is just a screenshot. So we don't have much time, it's like 8 minutes. Let's go to the next subject, which is very important in an NFT space. We know that NFT, without having a community behind it, doesn't mean anything. It will not grow, there's no value, and especially these days, with the help of AI, you can just create an artwork in a blockchain 2 minutes after you have your collection. So we know the value of community is everything for any NFT collection to survive. How do you maintain your community to stay with you?
Oh, really, really nice, because it's actually 100%, I'm so agreeing with you, because it's all community. Web3 is community, especially in the NFT scene, where you have digital collectibles, you want to keep those people with you. So what we are doing, we are part of these type of conferences, telling our story. We have special memberships, so people in the community can actually mint a VIP card, can be part of the project, can vote as a DAO on, hey, what type of Web3 art would you like to see of the London Police, and are we going into the right direction? Then the people with the VIP card can collect our murals globally, but they can also vote. We have our Discord running, so daily we have 3 mods, and I'm day and night on Discord almost. I'm sleeping with my Discord and promoting everything what we do, right? The gallery opening, we have special channels with special privileges. When you buy an art piece, we are inviting physical collectors who are buying a painting, which can be like €20,000 or something, or €40,000. They have a special channel to directly talk to the artist. So from here, and this hype, it's not hype building, it's just trying to hone down the best people that fit to our project, and giving them some extras. And we also use partner Discords or more like a sort of marketing, like Vivi Collectibles. It's a collectible app, which also runs a very large Discord, 100,000 people. in their Discord, and we there have an art channel. And with this, we try to build bridges with our project, right? And from here, support the community. And when we are going to Las Vegas DesignerCon, for example, where we release a physical statue, the people in the Discord will have privileges. And yeah, it's really community building. You need to do it day and night, or else you're lost, to be honest. So it's really, community is all.
Okay.
Yeah, I join you in what you just said with the community building. I think what's important and what also gives value to the art for the rest of the community is for people to see that you are active and that you're here every day, that you show up even if the market conditions are not good. And most importantly, that you keep on creating. I think that's what also creates the value. People then get to know you, they get to know your style through all the different creations that you create, that you put together. So definitely building and reaching out to other artists, and I think together we're all stronger. Some people might see other artists as being their competitions, but I don't like to think so. I'd like to think that the fact that there are so many of us, that we are building such specific things, is actually what makes us all so strong together.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Well, I really love this question because community building is the reason why the Builders DAO was born. We are a DAO of like people and artists, collectors all together, and no one takes any money from the revenues that we take. We reinvest everything into art, into the community, organizing event, and without the community we wouldn't really be here. And basically everyone in the DAO does something to help each other, and we became friends. We met so many people. We managed to meet the first time this year in NFT Paris. It was so cool to meet people that you chat every day. And we
Thank you. We met in NFT Paris, so all community building.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to say that I believe that many projects right now are dying because they are not community focused. That's one of the reasons why. When there is hype, when the market is going well, then it's easy. But when the market is like this right now, if your project is not based on community, probably you are gonna fail because people will just lose interest.
So it's not about bull run or bearish market.
No, we don't care.
Exactly.
And we are still here, and I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna do now. If you watch the back of my T-shirt.
Yeah.
Such a classic.
Yeah.
I love the.
This is our motto. Web3 is built in real life. We want to meet people, and all the most active members and of the DAO that we met them in real life event in Paris, in Lisbon, and hopefully now as well. So I really think if you guys are part of the Web3, go in real life event. Thank you also for being here, because that is really what will make us successful.
Sure. Okay. Let's move a bit faster.
It's a nice question, but it depends. If you're asking us as a DAO, we have many questions ready, like Flavio has just given you. If you're asking us as artists, that's more difficult, because as an artist, you're making art, but you also have to keep the contact with your collectors. And in Web3, you have to do that, well, not constantly, but almost constantly. Every day you have to keep that small community of collectors alive. And that's very hard as an artist. You want to focus on art. And that's what we're doing with the DAO, helping those artists that want to make art, but also keep the contact alive with collectors. Otherwise, for artists, it would be hard.
Okay, great. Yeah.
So at Gamma, the whole team is from the community. Like, we all joined from either the Stacks community or the Bitcoin community. So it's really important to us, and we try to keep that alive in every interaction that we have with anyone who uses the platform, either as a buyer, a collector, or as an artist. And we also now have the Gamma Partner Program, where, to Angie's point, where a lot of artists see other artists as competition. What's been really great with the partner program is seeing artists become a community and help each other. And like we now have ambassadors who are from the partner program, so partner ambassadors, whose job is basically to help other artists from the program with compression, marketing, anything that they are really good at and other people might not be, because as an artist, community is not always that easy to like keep alive, and you know, it's a lot. So yeah, it's been really great, and like community feedback is super important to us. Our artists tell us what they need, what they want on the platform, and then we just build it. Yeah.
Okay, great. You want to add something?
Really agree with everyone. It's really important. He does all the digital side of keeping this community together. I'm more better in real life, like Web3 in real life. So.
Okay. The last thing I want to add to it is that don't forget, we are not too many. We need each other. The total people who are engaged in Web3 these days around the world, there are not too many. We need to get united. We need each other in every single project for us to participate, to do the partnership together. If we want to move forward, we need to be united as a biggest community of Web3 around the world. The final word, we have like 5 seconds, is that everybody on this panel, they have something for you to collect. You can collect so many items from them. If you want my advice, right after this panel, outside, you can talk to all of them one by one. They have something great for you. There are so many opportunities sitting right here on this panel between this firm, between these artists. Don't forget to talk to them. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Build